Hello YouTube, back to the LS swap again. I just wanted to share, I've seen a lot on, this is a motor that's going in my Monte Carlo here. I've seen a lot about the transmission flex plates. That's a turbo 350 transmission. I've seen a lot of people using the little bushings that you put in the, be real careful with those little bushings. They seem to work for some people. But that, yeah, let me show you. Here's the flex plate. I bought this actually came from Advanced Auto Parts. It's the ATP brand Z270. Comes with the bolts. And here's a turbo 350 transmissions and their torque converters. This flex plate has the 1/2-inch spacer already made on it. It comes with the extra long bolts that go through there. And it's pretty nice. So those bushings seem to work for a little while. So that fits just perfect. The only thing that you're going to have to do, see, I had to elongate 3 of these holes. They were all just perfectly round like that. Well, the Legacy transmission, Power Glide, Turbo 350, 400 or 700 R4, their torque converter spacing is a little different than the 4L60s and 4L80s. So you just have to elongate these 3 of them, which is no big deal. I mean, if that's too challenging for you, then you probably may not want to try to swap a motor into something. But this is what GM used at the factory, because they had 700 R4s, which is the same converter spacing as the Turbo 350s and the Power Glides. They use this. This is what they use on the LS engine to mate it to the Legacy transmission. So this is probably what I'd use. Like I said, this came from Advance. It was about 50 bucks. I'll write the part number down. I don't know how to edit videos, so you'll have to forgive me, but this works really well. I didn't have to shim the starter at all. Starter sounds perfect. I just took that flywheel off of that motor right there just about an hour ago, pulled that out of the Monte Carlo. This is bone stock. It ran fine. I pulled this out of an 03 Tahoe with 240,000 miles on it. There's oil smoking some. I put a new oil pan gasket on it and stuck it right in that car. And I've been to the drag strip several times with it. This thing runs wonderfully. It's just I got tired of the oil smoke. Every time you take off from a stoplight, there's a little puff. But anyway, I got sidetracked again. Forgive my trash pile. I've had a very busy week last week. I haven't had time to burn all my cardboard yet. That flex plate is an ATP brand. ATP Z270. I hope you can see that. Z270 is the part number. Comes with the bolts. It's exactly what the factory uses for the LS engine and the Legacy transmission combo. ATP brand Z270. And I just know that works very well for me. And the problem with those bushings, like I say, the bushings seem to work well for a while, but the thrust bearings in your motor will wear after a while when your crankshaft moves back and forth. And it seems like everybody and their brother that's got a lathe is making those little bushings, and there are no 2 of them you'll find to be the same. They're a couple thousandths off the depth of them some ways. Sometimes the diameter's a little screwy. But if you get one that's works for a while, like I say, the thrust bearing starts wearing and you got crankshaft goes back and forth, that's going to jam your converter up into your pump too far. and then you're going to chew up a transmission. I just stick with what the factory uses. They do know what they're doing from time to time. So that's all I've got for you today. Hope this helps somebody.